The period end close, the month end close, is one of those accounting routines that we never question. Practically every organization in the country, perhaps in the world, does some sort of period end close. But the question that Agile accounting would want you to ask is, why? Why is it necessary to go through all these financial procedures at the end of every single month? It's certainly not required by financial reporting requirements. So why do we do it? It's kind of one of these techniques that's become unquestioned, that we just do because it's part of the routine. Agile accounting would want you to ask, what is the purpose of the month-end close? What are the outputs that we're looking for the business? And then to ask, what are we producing? What of that is not really necessary to help the running of the business, to support decision making, and what of it is necessary? And then to take that a step beyond, to start to map out the month-end close process. What are the activities that take place over that period of time? Which of those activities is essential for the running of the business? And which of those activities have perhaps built up over time or become duplicated effort that we can start to eliminate or at least reduce? A couple of years ago, I worked with a company with about 10,000 employees. They had an accounting team of 8 people, and it took them 19 working days each month to do the month-end close. So that's about 150 person days of effort. At accountant salaries, you can imagine in your head how much that was costing the business. So the approach that we took was essentially to use post-it pads on the wall and map out the activities that they did each of those 19 days, and then begin to consider which activities were perhaps duplicated, which activities could be brought forward before the period end, which activities were actually not necessary at all and were just excessive work. And they were able to reduce their period end close to around about 8 days. So almost, in fact, more than half of the original estimate. I worked with another much smaller company, 200 or 300 employees, 4 people in the accounting team. Their period end close took 15 days every month, so a considerable effort. All that time was time that they couldn't use for analysis, couldn't use for decision support. Again, we mapped out the process day by day on post-it pads on the wall, what activities were undertaken, again seeking to eliminate the duplication, to eliminate the work that wasn't really necessary to be done every month, but perhaps could be done every quarter, for example, and again reduce that to about half the original time, freeing up a lot of time, freeing up cost that could be then used for decision support to help the business grow rather than do all these month-end activities.